In today's video, we're going to go through a review of the Activforce 2, which is a handheld dynamometer. This device can be used to check for muscle strength and different limb strengths in patients.
Just want to quickly mention, guys, that this video is not sponsored by Activforce. They're not paying me to do this at all. It's just my honest review of this product because I think handheld dynamometers can be really useful with patients.
The first thing to note, the box that it comes in is pretty simple and basic, but nice. Carry case, and then you get this sheet which basically tells you pretty much exactly how to set up the Activforce 2, which is nice. I like that. Really simple. And then we go into our box itself. So we've got the dynamometer, the actual handheld dynamometer, with one different pad on. Then we have a different strap, so you can make the handheld section of the dynamometer longer if you've got bigger hands, basically. We have another pad. This is more for different types of strength testing you can do. We have another belt as well, and this would be a belt to go round your body, and all of these would connect to the handheld dynamometer. So just to show you how easy it is to change the settings on this or change the attachments, basically what you do is you just literally twist the attachment and it clicks out. And then you can see that if I want to put the different attachment on this, that's a soft pad attachment. This is more the harder pad. So this one would be less for bony landmarks. If you're going on to bony landmarks, then you'd use the softer pad. But if you're going on to, if you're using it for grip strength or other things, then you can use this pad. For most purposes, I think the softer pad would be absolutely fine. And the strap actually comes off as well. So the strap you put the dynamometer into, and then you put so that you can actually use the handheld. That's how you can change the attachments from the handheld to more of the leg or waist belt that you can put around your body. So literally goes in, clips in, and then you're pretty much good to go. Nice small unit, really convenient to fit on the hand, fits quite nicely. Yeah, I really liked it, to be honest. It was really good. So setup wise, we're going to go into Play Store or your iPhone store and go to Activforce 2. You're going to install the app and then basically open up the app. What it comes to is a page like this where you can create an account, which is just simply your email and a password. Really basic to set up, massively quick as well. I've already set one up, so if I just sign in using my details, what you'll get to is a page like this. So first time you set it up, you need to actually connect your device. So you get out of the device and you've got the button, you just click that, hold it for 2 seconds, and the blue flashing light will start to display as shown in the video. Then you go to the app and press the connect button, and it will connect up with your device and then get you through back to this screen again. This is where you can then pick what you want to do, and I would say strength is the big thing that I like with these handheld dynamometers. So if you click on strength, then you say to select which side, so you just put right or left, and you can put in any name you want for this, but also there's an auto generated one as well. So basically you can click on the knee, then it comes up with extension on flexion, so you can click on one of those and then you can do what position you're in. Again, this doesn't have to be what you do, but you can do it like this. It just makes it really simple. You could put patients' names in, etc., and really make it individual to that person. And then it will come up with the first test of 3. So you simply would click the start button, it calibrates, and then you would basically get the person to push against the dynamometer as shown in the video above as hard as they can. It goes through the 6 seconds and then it gives you the force. Then you press save and you move on to test 2 out of 3, and then you press start again, and then you would do 3 tests out of 3, and then you'd switch to the left hand side. So it literally says switch, and you just do exactly the same process again. At the end of that, what you get is a nice summary. Looking at this graph, you get a summary of the force generated, how much the person was able to maintain. You get the strength difference between sides, and then what you can then do is save and exit this area, and it will save that data for you. Really nice, simple way to see their force. It will look at the summary of the different 3 different tests you did both sides. It will come up with this page here, so you can go across to the actual website so you can see the data, or you can return to the home page. If we go to the website and then pop in our details here, and then you sign in, and then you get this report of the ones you've done. So you can see I've done a couple here, knee extension and also a shoulder, just for test purposes. Just click on the sort of full report if you want to, and that will come up with very similar stats to what we got before. Basically the same thing, the graphs of the force generated over the time span you were doing the test for, differences in strength, etc. Really, really useful stuff with operation patients. Then you've got the patient record, which you've got PDFs there that you can actually send it to the patient, so not quite a nice visual display of what they're aiming for. Then if we come back to the main screen, you go back to this screen again, and then you literally perform another test. So you can do the strength, you can do the range of motion. You can change the force that you're generating with Imperial. You can change the number of tests you do to fit you, 1, 2 or 3, and you can change the test duration from up to 6 seconds basically. So really nice way of just literally changing it around, but the factory settings are pretty good with this dynamometer.
So I'm a massive fan of the handheld dynamometer. You are able to show patients objectively that their strength is less on one side. Creates quite a lot of buy-in for patients. I think for some conditions it's better than others, so really good for post-op, for ACL operations, in those early phases until you can get people onto those weight machines or other markers, and then also working on shoulder movements as well. So particularly that external rotation at 90-90, that's a really nice one to do with this particular dynamometer. I personally don't like it as much for range of motion. I think it's a bit faffy in terms of what you need. Most physios, in my view, I mean, range of motion is so easy to assess. You're really just looking for a general feel with shoulders, with knees, etc. Unless you're doing research papers or research studies in being absolutely minute with the range of motion. However, the strength is a really nice thing for the patients to see. It might motivate them to do their exercises a little bit better, and it's a good way of knowing in terms of return to play type activities, whether someone's got that strength back on their side. So also good for you to see and use for objective markers. So I really love it. I think this Activforce 2 is a really good machine. I think it does exactly what it says that it should do, and it's really simple and basic to use. I think that for me, that's a really big thing, is that it can be done in clinic really quickly with patients, and you are able to give the patient the phone, your app as well, so they can actually in real time see what they're doing and try and progress their score. So you could use this for rehab as well, but I think the testing is really, really useful. Guys, if you want to see more tools that you can use for assessment, then if you head over to physioplusfitness.com, I've got a MSK assessment masterclass over there that you can take and really get exceptional with your physiotherapy assessment skills. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.